everyone, here we are to talk about Cosan Limited third quarter 19 results. Macroeconomic environment is improving in Brazil, but GDP growth was still modest this quarter, despite falling interest and unemployment rates, and no lower inflation. Motorcycle sales posted sequential and yearly improvements, which is encouraging. Quarter was also marked by strengthening of the US dollar against the Brazilian real and fluctuations in international oil and agricultural commodity prices. Record high corn crop and good commercial conditions translated into strong exports. Raízen Combustíveis adjusted EBITDA decreased in third quarter 19. Sales volumes expanded, again outperforming competition and showing signs of improving demand. Motorcycle, measured in gasoline equivalent, increased 7%, while diesel sales remained strong, driven by agribusiness. Pricing dynamics, however, hurt inventories, explaining weaker results. But when compared to second quarter 19, adjusted EBITDA rose 13%, boosted by 6% higher volumes and improving business environment. And when considering non-recurring effects, EBITDA in fact increased 37% year-on-year. Raízen Argentina adjusted EBITDA was hard hit by price freezing announced by government last August, and consequent $55 million impact on inventories this quarter. Interestingly enough, sales volumes expanded 14% sequentially despite the macro and political turmoil. Raízen Energia adjusted EBITDA increased 32% in third quarter, driven by higher sales volume of own ethanol at better prices, combined with higher realized sugar prices, grounded on robust hedging strategy. These effects were partially offset by a lower volume of sugar sold, in line with the crop commercialization strategy. Comgas's normalized EBITDA increased 20% on higher volumes, notably residential sales, and better margins adjusted by inflation. Industrial segment was affected by adverse events impacting large clients, while residential sales reflect the addition of 92,000 clients in 12 months and lower average temperature in the period. Moove posted another quarter of robust growth across all regions, supporting 33% adjusted EBITDA expansion. Performance was due to higher sales volumes in Brazil and abroad, following the maturation of international expansion. Cosan S.A. reached a pro forma adjusted EBITDA of 1.6 billion reais, 30% higher year-on-year, reflecting better results at Comgas, Raízen Energia, and Moove. Net income reached 819 million reais, including non-recurring gain from the sale of receivables. Leverage fell to 1.9 times net debt to EBITDA by the end of the quarter. Now logistics. Rumo's transported volume increases 8%, reaching 17 billion RTK, leveraging on strong exports throughout the quarter. Operational performance enabled record transported volumes in July, and August was also a good month. September, however, was negatively affected by above-average rains hitting port operations and operational constraints along the railway. North operations transported volumes increased 10% yearly, 22% in July alone, reflecting corn exports and fertilizers backhauling, which totaled 2 billion RTK year-to-date. Growth was in fact capped by our capacity constraints, as market volumes were even stronger, translating into lower market share in Santos Port. Variable costs increased only 1% on the back of continued efforts to reduce fuel consumption, while operational leverage allowed fixed costs to increase well below volume expansion plus inflation. The result was a 4 percentage points increase in EBITDA margin. Strong corn crop is expected to secure volumes for the fourth quarter, while record high soybean crop forecasts for Brazil in general and Mato Grosso in particular are calling for a good level of exports next year. Net income increased 61% to 369 million reais, with operational cash generation of 489 million. Net debt to EBITDA decreased further to 1.8 times. Adding all together, Cosan Limited pro forma EBITDA, combining all businesses, increased 20% to 2.6 billion reais, with contributions from both energy and logistics. Net income totaled 556 million reais, up almost 9 times for third quarter 18, and net debt to EBITDA closed the quarter at 2.1 times. To conclude, here's a quick snapshot of capital allocation. CZZ tendered $159 million worth of shares, and then from outstanding cash position of $350 million post-liability management and tender offer, CZZ acquired additional 14 million reais worth of Cosan 3 shares in the market and Season 3 cancelled 4.7 million shares outstanding. CZZ's stake on Season 3 increased to 60.1%, reinforcing our high conviction in the intrinsic value of our portfolio. Raising sale of 50% stake of its convenience stores business in Brazil to FENSA was concluded this quarter, and Rumo signed the Norte-Sul Railway concession contract. We remain confident in delivering 2019 consolidated guidance for energy and logistics, established earlier in the year on the basis of higher GDP forecasts. Slower than expected pace of economic activity rebound will likely be offset by above originally expected results at Comgás and Moove and Rumo's on-track performance. And we keep on finding alternatives beyond recurring results to increase further consolidated EBITDA, earnings, and free cash generation. Cosan S.A. 400 million reais sale of credit rights is a good example. Please check our website for additional details and be aware that CZZ will host its semi-annual conference call on December 3rd. See you!